My name is Edna and I am the founder and designer of AMPM. I really wanted AMPM to have a clean yet authentic aesthetic that people could relate to. At the time, the nude colour palette really spoke to me, and I wanted to use real human skin tones as a reference to create shoes that were as diverse and inclusive as possible. The first design was the most important for me because it was the genesis of everything. I knew I needed to create a classic, something that I could look back at and be proud of, but also something that was a great starting point for me to continue creating more diverse designs. The research and development process before I launched AMPM took about a year. When you have a crazy artistic mind, you tend to think, overthink, doubt yourself, and I didn't want to get stuck in a hole. After this year, I was so sure of myself and the direction I wanted AMPM to go in. I spent a lot of time in isolation, writing down all of my ideas and thoughts, and regardless of what was going on in the world, I knew that it was time for me to launch. Even when it is darkest, you're beautiful. Do a little dance for me tonight. Raise your hand, baby, you'll be right. Yes, even when it is darkest, you're beautiful. I had a lot of fun creating the core collection. I played with so many swatches and had so many references, and I loved the fact that I could play with the idea of what a nude should be and spin the concept a little to give a perspective that could be appreciated by a lot of people. I also drew on a lot of inspiration from cosmetic brands and carefully selected nudes that I thought would suit that of the wearer's skin tone. I launched the core design in 3 shades of nude. I really wanted to cover a spectrum of the fairest to the deepest tones, which I felt in my research was often not considered. When designing, I always try and keep in mind the core values of AMPM. I love the simplicity in the most iconic heels and wanted to focus on perfecting the details that mattered the most to me. It gets easy sometimes to lose yourself in the process, but once you figure out what you want your brand to stand for, some of the questions start to answer themselves. We've been very conversational. Contemplations, contemplating how the situation's now getting critical. I tell you what my heart's been saying.